On Tuesday, Advanced Micro Devices, AMD, kicked off trading at $145.97, briefly nudged up to a high of $146, and then dipped to a low of $141.91 before settling back near yesterday's open. These intraday swings, a modest $4.09 range, tell us that traders are actively weighing AMD's near-term prospects. Is this a pause before liftoff, or a breather after recent gains? The open, $145.97, is like the starting pistol in a sprint. Initial orders pour in, setting the tone. The high, $146, shows the ceiling traders tested before profit-taking hit. The low, $141.91, reflects the floor where bargain hunters jumped in. Think of it as the mattress that catches a leaping gymnast. These price points aren't just random ticks. They map the battleground where bulls and bears tussle for control. A giant's giant. $232.96 billion market cap. AMD's market capitalization now stands at a staggering $232.96 billion, placing it squarely among the top half-dozen chipmakers globally. To put that in perspective, if AMD were a small country, its GDP would rank near Peru's, impressive for a silicon-only specialist. Among tech peers, AMD is sized slightly below Netflix and roughly on par with PayPal, proof that semiconductors have become big league money spinners. This colossal valuation underscores Wall Street's belief in AMD's long-term growth runway, from PCs to data centers to AI accelerators. High value, high multiple. P/E ratio of 105.32. Peering under the hood at valuations, AMD trades at a price-to-earnings (P/E) ratio of 105.32, meaning investors pay roughly $105 for every $1 of last year's earnings. That's a premium compared to the broader semiconductor group, typically in the 25-35 times range, signaling sky-high expectations for future profit growth. Why pay 100+ times earnings? Investors are banking on AMD's ability to sustain double-digit EPS expansion, powered by CPU gains, GPU AI ramps, and data center wins. Risk versus reward. A P/E north of 100 is a double-edged sword. If AMD tanks its guidance, the stock can deflate sharply, but if it overdelivers, the rally can be explosive. In essence, the market is treating AMD more like a fast-growing SaaS firm than a mature chip vendor, a testament to its pivot into high-value arenas like AI. The range ride. 52-week high versus low. Roll back the calendar a year, and AMD's shares have seen wild swings. 52-week high, $187.28, 52-week low, $76.48. That's a 144% spread from trough to peak, enough to make even seasoned traders queasy. The low, $76.48, reflects the pandemic sell-off and early supply chain jitters. The high, $187.28, captures the euphoric run when Ryzen CPUs dominated desktops, and Instinct GPUs tantalized data centers. Positioned today near $145, AMD sits roughly 22% below its 52-week zenith but 90% above its nadir. This suggests a trajectory where the worst of the downturn is behind us, and the stock has more room to rebound toward prior highs, especially if new catalysts emerge. Superior ratings. 97 apps and 95 composite. Institutional and technical analysts give AMD top marks. EPS rating, 97, out of a maximum 99. Composite rating, 95, out of 99. These ratings, pioneered by leading research outfits, distill earnings acceleration, fundamental health, and technical momentum into simple scores. AMD's near-perfect 97 EPS rating means its quarterly earnings surprises have been consistently positive and growing, a powerful signal for momentum investors. The 95 composite rating reflects a harmonious blend of sales acceleration, profit margins, return on equity, and relative price performance, all pointing to AMD's premium status in the semiconductor universe. By the way, if you are benefiting from the content so far and want more like this, like the video, It means much to me. Hit the subscribe button, turn on the notifications bell, and comment the word more. Just go ahead and type the word more so I know. Now that you have commented, let's continue. Accumulation signals. A rated A/D. On the A+T scale for accumulation/distribution, AMD earns an A rating, signaling aggressive institutional buying over the last 13 weeks. This metric analyzes volume flow. High volume on up days versus low volume on down days indicates strong demand from big players, ETFs, insurance funds, and pension managers scooping up shares. Imagine a VIP sale where the wealthiest collectors push to the front of the line, grabbing rare artwork before the general public even knows it's on display. That's AMD's recent tape. Insiders and institutions laying heavy bets, confident of the next move. Such accumulation suggests that, even if retail traders aren't all in, this smart money remains firmly on Team AMD. Analyst consensus. 37 bulls in a row. Of the 37 analysts covering AMD, 100% rated a buy or outperform, with an average price target of $143.47. Consumers of this research face a delightful irony. AMD's shares are already trading above that average target. Surpassed consensus. When a stock outstrips its collective target, it often triggers a ratcheting up of price forecasts as analysts scramble to recalibrate. Bullish thesis. The unbroken string of buy ratings reflects confidence in AMD's CPU share gains, GPU AI traction, and steady margin expansion. This unanimity is rare. Imagine 37 coaches all drafting the same quarterback to lead them to the Super Bowl. Such alignment underscores AMD's perceived dominance in its end markets. Technical targets. Next stop, $150 and $174. With momentum building, chartists eye two critical hurdles, $150, a round number resistance and psychological target. Breaching $150 would mark a 3.7% rally from today's $145 and likely attract fresh breakout buyers. $174, the prior 52-week pivot, where AMD stumbled back in its late 2024 rally. Overcoming $174 would signal a retest of the all-time high zone, $187, potentially igniting a rapid chase into new territory. These levels act like mountains on a hike. $150 is the first summit, offering a moment to survey the landscape. $174 is the towering peak before the final ascent to new record highs. Institutional sentiment. The smart money's moves. Beyond the AD rating, institutional positioning surveys show ETF allocations. Major tech-centric ETFs have ratcheted AMD weights up by 0.2 to 0.5% over the past month, a sizable move in funds managing billions. Mutual fund buys. Several large mutual funds added AMD to their top 10 lists, citing semiconductor cyclical troughs and generational AI inflection. Insider confidence. Recent insider buys, albeit small, by senior executives hint that those closest to the engine believe in continued growth. When the big players in these mega capital markets are loading the boat, retail traders often follow, reinforcing a virtuous price loop. The product punch. What powers AMD's drive? AMD's multi-pronged growth story rests on three pillars: EPYC data center CPUs, gaining share against Intel with superior core density and energy efficiency, ideal for cloud and HPC workloads. Ryzen client CPUs, continued Ryzen 7000 and Zen 4 wins in gaming and desktops, fending off Intel's comeback bids. Instinct AI GPUs, the MI350 line capturing AI inference budgets, with MI400 looming as the rumored game changer for training workloads. Think of AMD as a Swiss Army knife, multiple tools for multiple clients, with each new blade, be it CPU or GPU, adding to the vendor's utility and appeal. Risk check. Storms on the horizon. Even the steadiest ship faces waves, cyclical downturns. Semiconductors ebb and flow with economic cycles. Order slowdowns can migrate from customer inventories to AMD's P&L. Intense competition, Nvidia's Blackwell rollout or Intel's revamped Ponte Vecchio could steal headlines and budgets. Supply chain snags, geopolitical tensions risk foundry output or logistics, potentially crimping AMD's delivery cadence. High valuation. At 105 times earnings, any earnings hiccup can trigger a swift revaluation. These clouds don't cancel the trip, they just remind skippers to keep a steady hand on the wheel. The other risk check you need to see is in Revelation 14 verse 8. Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all the nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Need to know what this means? Check the description section. If we fully obey the Lord, the Creator of heaven and earth, and carefully follow all His commandments, He has promised to set us high above all the nations of the earth. Deuteronomy 28. We shall be blessed when we come in and when we go out. I appeal to you to accept God and let Him be your guide, for He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid, do not be discouraged. Deuteronomy 31 verse 8. Want more information? Please check the description section. That's the end for now. If you have watched until the end, drop a comment like this: I stayed until the end. Just comment that I stayed until the end. When I see this comment, I will give you a heart. 3 more favors I request from you. First, like this video, subscribe and then turn on the notifications bell. If you do this, you greatly encourage me to continue bringing to you insightful content. Do not miss out on our future videos full of insight. All I am asking is your subscription. Thanks for joining us today. Your support means so much to us. Do not hesitate to share this video to help someone who may benefit. I recommend that you watch the next video, subscribe to the channel and share your thoughts about today's video. Wish you God's blessings and care. Faith and prayer will do what no power on earth can accomplish. See you in the next video by God's mercy.